Hey, welcome to the House of Valentina. I'm Valentina, and my assistant for today is my husband Jack, because we are making our own wreath. Now, we have a box.
Yeah, our wreath comes in a box because I'm highly allergic to pine and pretty much anything like that. So
yes,
having that in the house would be the quickest way to run me off. And I don't think that's the plan today.
No, we're going to try for you not to have a reaction to the wreath. I think that would be good. But this is kind of a fake way of doing it, because if you tried to make a wreath this size with all real cypress and all, I mean, okay, you could totally do it, but it would maybe be a little bit expensive. It was already a little bit of an investment to do it this way, because to find, at least in our area, the cut greens like this, it's a little pricey. So our wreath today is going to be around $100 to make, but it's going to be really big and beautiful, and I think it's going to be worth it. So we're just going to show you how we put it together.
We'd love for you to subscribe. We'd also love you to hit the bell for notifications so that when we do these other videos around Christmas and other stuff, you're the first one to know about it.
Thank you. That's why I keep you as my assistant.
That's my job. I say that all day long, no matter where I am. Walking around Target, and I'm like, and if it's your first time here on aisle 4, make sure you subscribe.
We should have that.
We should.
One day when we have our collection, we'll have, and don't forget to hit subscribe.
Yes.
By Jack.
By Jack. That'll be my quote. That'll be my title of my book.
There you go. All right, let's make this amazing wreath. So you were, again, my amazing assistant. You realized that we needed a, first of all, some clippers. That will come in just a minute. But that did not come with the wreath itself. You found this one online for me at what, like midnight?
Literally at midnight.
We do our own work for our own home.
It's like brushing my teeth, and she's like, oh, we need a wreath. And I'm like, all right, it'll be ready tomorrow at 9 a.m.
It's true. We literally work on our own stuff late at night. So you got this for me. It looks like we need to take a few tags off, pull it out of the box. But what I love is that you found one that is actually lit.
Yeah, battery operated and lit.
That's pretty cool.
Kind of like my uncle.
I knew you were going to say that. I was just
Always
waiting
lit.
for it. I knew you were going to say that. God, may he rest in peace.
God rest his soul.
Okay, we're going to get this thing out of the box, and then I'm going to show you what else we're working with today. Why don't you do that, and I will show them what we've got. I bought these yesterday at our garden store, and I put them in a vase. Now this thing is definitely going to make a mess. I'm just warning you ahead of time. All this stuff is just a little bit messy, but it dries beautifully. But we don't want it to dry until we've got it in place. So it's been sitting in some water, and I've just got some different cypresses. Some have the little berries. Let's see. I'm sorry. This is actually red cedar. This one. And now they're dripping. And then we've got juniper berries. And this one does not have a name on it. If you remember, if you watched our Michael's video where we went Christmas shopping together, I actually looked at these ornaments. I thought they were so stunning, and they have so much detail, and they're glass, and they were $7.99, but they were half off. In addition to the ones that I bought at Michael's, if you remember, we also found these at Home Goods, and they have that beautiful, honestly, it's breathtaking. They look like antique mercury glass, and they have a really beautiful crackle finish in them. I've got those in these sort of blush, I don't even know what color. It's almost like a copper kind of color. And then I've got these in the silver, and I've even got a little bit of gold. And until I start actually putting it together, I won't know exactly which ones I'm gonna end up using. But yeah, I get just a collection of ornaments that I thought would be really, really pretty attached to this wreath. Let me show you one more. I got this one at Michael's as well. Look at that pattern. Isn't that so beautiful? It's heavy, and it really does feel very high end. I didn't go shopping this year, but just to be perfectly honest, I didn't actually go shopping. Are you putting in new batteries?
I am.
Oh, thanks. We're gonna light that baby up in just a minute. But in the meantime, I didn't go shopping at a lot of boutiques this year. Last year we went to Asheville, North Carolina. We went to the Biltmore. I found all kinds of beautiful boutique ornaments. But this year, you know, we just weren't doing so much traveling, and we weren't going to a lot of other stores. And so I think Michael's Target, Home Goods. They actually stocked us up pretty well. Oh, that looks nice. So as you can see, Jack over here has got the wreath just about ready for us to decorate.
I didn't fluff it.
Yeah, we're not gonna really fluff it actually. I also, before we get started, I forgot to also show you the ribbon that I got. They had this, I had to get it off the top shelf. I literally pulled the bin out from over my head and pulled it down and found a little bit of this ribbon. It is, they don't give you a name or anything. It's like a really light blush tone. It's not pink, because the entire space that we're putting this into is designed to feel like a champagne glass or a glass filled with champagne. And champagne is not too pink. That would be more rosé, and I was really wanting more of a champagne look. So I went with this one, and I have this, I don't know if I can really show you the color. These are kind of a creamy color with a little bit of a gold on them. So ingredients that you need today: wreath, the greenery that you'll be adding in that's live, ornaments, and one large ribbon that's nice and thick that will be going at the top, and then a thinner ribbon which we're going to be using to tie the ornaments on. So I don't know about you, but I am ready to get started. So let's do this. Okay, so you didn't do any fluffing or anything, right?
Nope.
Okay,
no fluffing
so
here.
what's different about this is that we don't necessarily need to fluff a lot. And I'm gonna leave the exact link to this wreath because that's actually a really good fake. And the fact that it's lit is really nice, but it doesn't need to be fluffed, honestly. It's actually a pretty thick wreath as it is. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna be using some of this to attach the real stuff to it, which is saving us from needing any kind of wire or string, or a lot of times I'll see, you know, obviously florist wiring is something that most people would use when making a wreath, and we are hopefully going to be avoiding that while we make this. So what I will get you to do is to start, let's clip some of these greens, open those up, and we're just going to take the greens and we're going to literally just attach them inside of this. So you can see where the little bits are starting to come out. So that helps me to know once it's hanging. It's kind of hard to hold it upright while you're putting it in. So I'm just gonna take the little pine bits that are in here and I'm gonna wrap that around and then pop that piece back out. So it actually still gives it depth, still holds it in place, and yeah, it's kind of perfect.
This is amazing. Like, looking at it already, I'm blown away because it was a pretty wreath, but by doing this stuff, you like added, it looks like it was a completely handmade wreath.
Well, that's what's so cool about it, is you really can get that, just that foraged look,
yeah,
where you look like you just literally went out into the woods and collected all these amazing things, and you can absolutely get that look. And it's okay that some of it isn't, it's okay that it's not all straight up. Like, that's kind of the look that you're going for, is that you want it to look a little bit wild and free. That's
kind of like you. Wild and free.
Yes, untamable, I think is the word you
yes,
usually use.
I believe so. That's usually what I say. Maybe we need to bring back the old hashtag we haven't used in a long time.
Oh,
hashtag
no.
foraging fox.
I didn't forage this time.
You guys remember that?
That was last
If you remember that, put it in the comments down below. Hashtag foraging fox. That's this one.
I don't think foraging counts when you go to the garden center, though.
It's modern foraging.
Got this little piece of ribbon, and I'm going to tie it on to a little section of this. Really wanted a velvet ribbon, like a nice, thick velvet ribbon. And despite the fact that I looked and looked and looked and looked, I just could not. I couldn't find it anywhere. And so this is when I'm like, I should just open my own store, even if it's just for a few of us, to be able to get these things.
You say that phrase so many times every week. She says two things every single week. at least 20 times, Jack, you're so good looking and I love you and adore you. That little phrase. But then the other phrase she says all the time is, I think I need to open a store because I can't find things that I want. So if you agree with her about either one of those statements, let us know down below in the show notes, seriously in the comments, because we're interested. Like, if we could do a store, it'd be fun. It'd be a lot of fun, especially e-commerce.
Maybe if we just start small with some of these things that I just get so frustrated trying to find. And like ornaments this year, I knew what I wanted and I just had the hardest time, the absolute hardest time finding them anywhere. Okay, will you hold that up and then make sure that will actually work?
Do you want, is it dead center on the bottom? Or
yes,
okay.
It's centered on the bottom. Okay, yeah. And I liked this time, because I've said before I don't normally like wire ribbon, but for this I think it's actually ideal. And then we'll have that hanging down. Now I'm just going to attach with the thinner ribbon. I'm gonna attach those hanging down and we'll see if we like it. Let's do it.
All right. Okay.
In retrospect, doing this before I put all the stuff on and just turning this thing over probably would have been the better route. However, now that we're all in, we're just not gonna worry about it. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. I was actually seeing how far down it was measuring. I don't want them to all be even. I wanted to have them in varying heights.
Okay. If you're building one, it definitely has to be anchored.
It's heavy.
It's heavy now.
This is because I didn't use the plastic. I literally had the thing of the plastic ornaments in my hand at Michael's, and I was like, you know what? I just want to take this all the way.
Yeah, I agree.
So if you're gonna do that, you're gonna need to anchor it, and I am fine. I will patch it when the season is over, or I will put something else on that spot. So let's get it hung up. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty.
I know, I can't wait to see it in a minute.
Oh, it's beautiful.
All right, let me get my tools.
Okay.
I'm gonna put 2 anchors in, just in case. And with this thing being up against the wall and heavy and where people sit sometimes, I'd rather it be double.
Okay. Did it work?
Uh-huh. Just trying to have that piece.
What do you think?
Oh, Christmas tree, thy leaves are so unchanging. Oh, Christmas tree, thy leaves are so unchanging. Not only green when summer's here, but also when it's cold and dreary.
Thank you so much for joining us today. I hope that this video has inspired you to create a wreath for your own home. I think that this would be amazing over a fireplace, somewhere that you really need to fill a lot of vertical space.
Yeah, it's nice. And because you can actually fill as much vertical space as you want to by hanging them lower or higher or whatever it is. And it's great because on a budget, we're able to do this for a lot less money than it would cost to go buy a live one, and then we would end up having to fluff it up anyway.
Yeah, I think it's been a lot of fun, and we've really enjoyed getting to show you guys. It's always fun when you stop by and hang out with us while we're creating all our crazy stuff around here.
If you enjoyed the video, make sure you hit subscribe, and then also look down below for the link, and you will see where we've linked to the entire room tour so you can see what the rest of the office looks like, which has quickly become my favorite room in this entire house.
I think this is my favorite. I think especially because it's a dark room, and this is a space that I spend the most time in. So I just really love it. And we have more coming. We realized that we actually have a lot of extra supplies that we didn't end up using. So we are going to make another wreath for the front door, and we will give you a full tour of the front of the house as well. Ooh. So you can also visit us at Instagram, where we always give out sneak peeks of what we're working on, so you get to see that stuff faster. And I link to stuff like my blouse and his sweater and, you know, our quirky little life. So thank you again for stopping by, and we'll see you guys in the next one.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, Christmas tree. Oh, Christmas tree.
I don't have a ladder. I can't do this on a ladder. Are you okay?
Are you okay to just stand up there?
Yeah.
Are you sure? I'm sorry, just watching you try to like get your legs to bend like that.
I'm wearing my pants are tight. All right, come on. Okay, you're laughing, but this thing's.